first hit, a lot of people were like, they were fucked up mentally, physically, emotionally, money, financially, like just everything. Because I think people were really like trying to figure out, you know, like what's the next move? Like people ain't know what to do with themselves. And I think for me, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna run. And you know, I think looking back, and I'm in therapy, so I think looking back, I really felt like I was trying to kind of like not act like it wasn't happening, but I think I really was like, you know what, maybe it'll be better tomorrow. And then they just started extending the time more and more and more, and I'm like, damn, like this shit for real now. It's just like, it's not, you know, so it really taught me during that time. I was like, yo, your frame of mind got to be right. So I would get up in the morning super early. My son would still be asleep, and I would run. I'll do a couple of miles, at least 3 to 4 miles in the morning.
New emergency order closes immediately all bars, all restaurants, starting at effectively 5 o'clock tonight. But as we said, a lot of them have already done that. Drive-through carry-out delivery service, that is still in effect tonight. Now, this is also banning all events, including people of 50 or more numbered in close proximity. What that also means is that all gyms, all theaters in Maryland are also closed. Now, the governor did announce tonight that he is making 6,000 new hospital beds available. How he's doing that? Well, he's reopening closed hospitals throughout the state, and he is also activating more than 5,000 Maryland Medical Emergency Reserve Corps. Those are trained medical emergency professionals.
We should continue to expect the number of cases to dramatically and rapidly rise. We have never faced anything like this before. This is going to be much harder, take much longer, and be much worse than almost anyone is currently understanding.
Like, literally in no time, it was like kids gotta stay home from school. The governor was shutting shit down. Like, I don't even know. Like, I really was like, is this for real? Like, what is happening right now?
President-elect Joe Biden says he wants to issue a nationwide mask mandate when he takes office.
Today, I want to talk about one thing, very straightforward. It doesn't have anything to do with Democrats, Republicans, or independents. It has to do with a simple proposition. Every single American should be wearing a mask when they're outside for the next 3 months at a minimum. Every governor should mandate mandatory mask wearing. The estimates by the experts are it will save over 40,000 lives in the next 3 months. 40,000 lives.
The need for this mandatory mask wearing will also be about what Joe has articulated and what a Biden-Harris administration.
During this time, it's like everybody was talking about, you know, we had to wear face coverings and like face masks and, you know, hand sanitizer. I'm telling you, between hand sanitizer and like masks, those were like the things that sold out the most. So of course, I'm in the apparel industry, so I'm like, all right, mask it is. So I really tried to pivot, transition my business, and I was against it for a while. I didn't want to jump on a mask bandwagon. But this is where, as a business owner, or even if you're not a business owner, but there is a prime opportunity to sort of like do something within the industry to like make a quick buck, this is where you step in and you take away all of that. Oh, I don't want to. You do that shit and you make some money. That way you can stash it and go into your next thing, you know. And so for me, I was like, all right, mask it is. And so I ended up transitioning. I found this company in, before I found the company, here go my Betty Homemaker ass. I was like, oh, I'm going to buy rolls of fabric. So I ended up going out and buying like these gigantic big ass rolls of like, it was like 100 yards or more. It was ridiculous, because you know what I didn't want to happen is I didn't want shit to be all sold out and then I missed like the mass wave. And so I bought these big rolls that cost me hundreds of dollars. Mind you, I don't even know how to sew. Do y'all understand this? I bought fabric, don't even know how to sew. I didn't even know it was the right fabric or the wrong fabric. I just called and I was like, can this make masks? And of course the people, they like, oh yes it can. So I'm like, perfect. So I bought rolls and rolls and rolls of this fabric, and then I was just like, how hard can it be? Just find somebody, you know, a little old lady in a room that's like, oh, it's quarantine, I do this for a living, sis, and she just want to go, you know, and be making my masks. It didn't work out that way. And so I wanted to, you know, make these cool masks and insert them. And then I wanted to be able to put messages on the mask. And, you know, that's when the whole intro to like masks came about. And I went crazy with it. You know, I had thousands of masks made. And we did pretty good. And we even had kids masks. And we put like some of our popular messages on the mask. And, you know, I would say, this is when I made my first $100,000 in 1 month. I was hyped. Like I remembered I was running and my, you know, my store, my online store, my virtual store was at 99,997. And I was watching the numbers like, because I never had like a 6-figure month in business. Like, you know, I was just like, I'm waiting for it. It's coming. And we hit 6 figures in our business. And then from there, it's just been, when it's up, then it's up, then it's up. Okay, yeah, no, I can't do the Cardi. That's the one dance that I wish, you know, even the TikTok phenom kind of came about then. Because I was like, I feel like everybody started to be home bored and shit. That's when they started doing the, baby, come give me something, no. Ooh, that's when I, you know, my son was like, nah. He was like, you gotta chill. Like, stop with all the TikTok dances.
Baby, come give me something, oh. Baby, come give me something, oh. Cause I can't stop loving.
I think that's the one good thing I must say that sort of came out of this whole thing. It was like I was able to sort of connect with my son, see what he liked. And let me tell you some other shit. I realized how much work he fucking wasn't doing at school, because it's just like, you know, it made me really realize like sort of what kind of learner he is. And I would never have like gotten exposed to that if the quarantine didn't happen, because it was like I was actually being, and granted, I could also realize that my son is not one to be able to have like a tablet in front of him and learn from that. He needed to actually be in a classroom. But it also really made me sort of realize and see like, yo, you know, he has just the potential to learn, but just in a different way. And that was something that I think as a parent too, I had to really explore. So, you know, the quarantine was crazy, and I think the whole mask phenom and, you know, us like trying to figure out like, how do we function through the mess?